Yo, so what was your thought process to making this album?
Okay, so the idea for Text Me If You Can is like a play on the words. It's a play on the movie Catch Me If You Can. And the idea was, at the time, I was elevating in my career, and I felt like there was things in my past that I was creating distance from. Whether that's like people or environment or just like situations that I didn't want to be involved in anymore. I feel like I was elevating and a lot of people and things were getting left behind. So it was like, hey, text me if you can, like if you can, hit me. Hit me if you can, and if not, you can't hit me. And that was the concept of it, man, just elevating and being like, not everybody has the same level of access to you anymore once you reach that next level.
How do you feel like your music has matured going into this album compared to the last?
Yeah, it's crazy because this project was supposed to come out like 2021, 2022. So it's a level of maturity that I was at then. The music that I'm making now, it sounds a little bit different. But it was a testament to my growth because you hear a lot more singing on the songs. You hear a lot more depth. Like, one of my favorite songs, Pilot, is on the track, and that was like my evolution into like making like dance songs. So yeah, it's been cool. Honestly, the idea behind this project is to get it done. I have another project after this that I'm gonna drop that's also done, and then I can start dropping shit that I'm making like today. So it's all part of the evolution.
So I've noticed too, you're a lot more melody heavy, as opposed to before. So you got a lot more comfortable doing the melodies and stuff. Would you say that you're more comfortable doing melodies, or would you prefer doing melodies over the rap?
You know what's funny is that on this project, Text Me If You Can, what you're gonna hear is kind of my starting point of getting into more melody-driven things, becoming more comfortable with my singing voice, singing more on tracks. I'm always trying to find a balance between having really dope melodies, but then also having really hard-hitting raps. And I feel like you see the evolution on this first project. The music that I'm making now, man, like, it's a better mix of that. But yeah, I think I'm more confident now in my singing voice, more confident now in my melodies. And something that I've been wanting to do for a while is make songs, just make the beat and do the chorus and just send them off to people. And like, it may not even sound like the type of music that I make, but it's just a sick chorus and someone else hops on it.
Okay, so how would you pitch this next album?
Okay, so Text Me If You Can is really an album that starts out with like fun, really like dance-driven stuff, and then later on in the album it gets pretty real, and then we close out with a song called T-Pain. And I feel like T-Pain is like the way to close out that chapter for the album, but also that chapter in my life, because it's a 3-minute song and it just talks about like evolution and growth and like the things that I care about. So if you like real music and you like to dance and you want to hear like something that's gonna make you think, you're like, good, brother. We're trying to film, dog.
Yeah, dude.
All right, bro.
Fucking dick. Sorry.
Anyways, text me if you can, ho. All right, cool. I think we got it. Cool.